There we go. Let's try this again. Keep my hat up. There we go. Hi. Hey guys, so I am doing sort of the same thing that we saw with Dave. So that's a link for a Nearpod lesson. So you guys are kind of going to be going through. There's only 2 of you watching. What the heck? I don't know if you guys need the code. Let's get the show on the road. Is Claire on here? Who's the second? It's Matt and who? Probably Rachel. Oh, Rachel's on the Nearpod. Okay, Colton and Clara, just comment in the chat so that I know that you're here. My minimalism video. That's the only other video on this channel. That's funny. Who knew this was going to be such a pain in the butt? Hey, are we all on here? Let's get the show on the road. All I see is the title card. What does that even mean? Writing opinion. Yeah, because I haven't started it yet. Duh. It's already been 4 minutes long. There we go. Okay, so click the link all the way at the top of the chat for the Nearpod, and let's get started. Also pop out your chat so you can see both things at once. So what I'm going to be doing for you guys today is I'm going to take you through my first little couple, I guess, mini lessons on how to write opinion articles. Then there's a couple polls that are in this Nearpod that I'm going to get you to do, and then I guess my students after this would just continue on like with the Google site and take it from there. So on to Nearpod, writing opinion articles. So I'm going to get you guys to put in first why you think an author might write an opinion article. Like, what would be the purpose? Why would it be beneficial? Because they have an opinion that they want to write about. That's great. Release the salts. Accurate. To make money, do people, I don't know, like, I don't know, a lot of the stuff that I read was that with these opinion articles, people literally just like write them at home and send them in to like the editorial staff, and if they like them, they'll publish them. If not, they won't. But I don't know if they get paid for it, and if they do, they are not going to get paid a lot. Sometimes people are dumb and you just got to tell them, preach, Clara, to express their worldview and expertise on a subject. I'm really glad that Rachel's taking this seriously. Yeah. Super liberal and surprisingly found a right-wing article in the Sun they want to yell about. Because an old man saw the Sun and needed to yell at it. Accurate. Okay, great. I'm glad that you guys are being very creative with your responses. But we're going to move on here. So my learning goals for this lesson for my students would be, I've broken them down into what the students are going to know, what they're going to do, and how they're going to be in the classroom. So in this lesson, students will know the purpose of an opinion article, how to identify one and how to write one, create informed, persuasive, and opinions using the opinion article guidelines. And they're going to be informed on the topic or subject matter being discussed in their opinion article. So my objective for this lesson would be that students would acquire the skills to write an informed and effective opinion article to be used for their summative in the Media Studies, Media and Society unit, which is what we are working on right now with our ICT project. So next, so we talked about why somebody would write an opinion article. Why would it benefit anybody? Why would it benefit you to read an opinion article in the Sun or the Star or anything like that? Why would it be beneficial? We talked about our other little collaborative sticky note thing was that it was all about people wanting to express themselves and talk about their feelings or beliefs, but why would it benefit anybody to read that? Allow for marginalized voices to be heard. That's a good one. It can inspire people, Rachel. You're absolutely right. It can be very inspiring, especially reading about like really like emotional or relevant pieces. There was a lot that I looked up like on different like media forum platforms about women's issues and like the whole Me Too movement and everything like that. I like what Clara said. It shows multiple viewpoints to a case study or to a specific point, which is true, because if you're reading just like a regular news story in the newspaper, it's going to be geared in the or written in the opinion of the writer or of like the institution of that news platform. So yes, very good. Moving on, what is an opinion article? So this is also on my Google site page, but I'm going to go through it with you guys today. There's 3 different types of opinion articles. There's an editorial, a column, and an op-ed or opinion editorial. So an editorial is usually written by an editorial staff member or publisher of the publication. Editorials typically reflect the opinion of the publication itself. So that would be an opinion article that's written by a staff member of that publication. A column is a strongly opinionated piece written by a columnist, regular or guest, in the opinion of the writer. So it doesn't have to be somebody that's necessarily employed by the publication company. It can be like a guest columnist or a guest writer, or like a contracted writer. Third, we have the opinion editorial, opposite editorial is an opinion piece that appears in its own dedicated opinion section of the newspaper. So they're not authors that are published by the paper. They're authors that are writing sort of against the opinion of the paper itself or of the publication company. So they're often subject matter experts, persons with unique perspectives on the issue or certain issues, or a regular columnist employed by the publication. So at this point is where I would end my sort of webinar and get my students to go back onto the Google Site page and go through. I've got like a mural, which I sort of would be in place of this webinar itself. It asks the same questions, but in the mural, their responses are anonymous. Then they'd go through and do the activity, the multiple close readings, where they would submit their responses to a Padlet. They do the sort of Google Forms assessment, and then the activity that they have that I have for them set in place would be how to write a strong opinion article using persuasive writing, and they would submit their writing onto a Padlet as well, so that it's any questions? Radio silence, great, I love it. Okay, thanks guys.